Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Afzal Badsha and we are recording one video series which is based on one of my book related to parenting and schooling. Our schooling system teach only one child. If the teaching style and the learner learning style matches, the student learn, they study well, they play well in the education system, otherwise not. Before explaining these learning style and these teaching style and what are their importance, I will start with one real story from Salkot, Pakistan, where one student was studying in the school. The teachers were thinking that he is a weak student and he is not able to study in the school. He appeared in the examination system in the secondary school board, and by this examination system, he was terribly failed. So this child was declared failed person by the schooling system and by the evaluation system. This child started working in one of the workshop, and after few years he started working on his own aeroplane. The child who was not able to read or write anything in the school is he doesn't know about the physics and mathematical formulas. There is no expert help with him, and he is structuring an aeroplane. After few years, he structure an aeroplane and fly this successfully. This was the child who was declared failed by the school system and by the evaluation system. But today, his structuring, his manufacturing, his mentality showed that he was a good student, he was a bright student. But the issue was that he was teaching by the school, by the teacher, with only one method, which was not matching with his learning styles. So this is the importance of the learning style. This is the importance of the learning style for their parents and for their teachers. The issue is that majority of our parents don't know about the learning styles. They are not aware about that, and I will say with regret that there are majority of teachers, they also don't know about the learning style. Few of them know that what are the teaching style, but they don't exactly know that what are the learning styles. There are 3 to 4 learning styles which are usually discussed in the literature and which we usually experience in our schooling system. The first one is the visual learner. Visual learner means that these are the children who learn better from some visual, for example, watching videos, watching graphics, photos, etc., visiting things, objects in a real, in a physical form. So if they are teach in a such manner by showing them any video, by showing them any graphics, etc., we also know that one photo is a worth of 1,000 words. So they learn better if they are teach in this method. The second one is the auditory learner. The auditory learner means that they love sounds. They feel better if the stories are told to them, or by listening any songs, by any rhymes. So this is the space, this is the optimum space where these children play well, they learn better, and they feel comfortable. They will learn better if the stories are told to them, or any topic is teach to them by stories, or by songs or rhymes, etc. The third one is the kinesthetic learner, and kinesthetic learner means that these children learn by playing physically, by engaging in games or any type of activities where they are physical engaged within it. And we can see in our schooling system that we engage our learners in some activities, and we teach them by activity sometimes. So actually these uh, This is the learning, this is matching with the learning approaches of these students. The fourth one, which is usually discussed in the schooling system, which is read and write, and most of our school, particularly in the developing countries, some of the school use this methodology, and this is the solo methodology, which is read and write. Read and write means that these are the children who read something, and after that they write these things. uh, I mean that these children learn better by reading and writing practices. This is not any official methodology, this is not any recommended methodology, and maybe you will not be able to find this in the literature, but I am observing this method which is used by our schooling system, by our education system. So, what is the duty of our parents and our teachers uh, to recognize this and to collaborate their teaching method with these learning styles, particularly the parents, because they know their child well. They are bringing them up. They play with them. They tell stories to them. They go with them outside. They are in a one room, so they know exactly that what type of their children are. For example, if their children are interested in the videos by seeing any graphics and they memorize them very well, this means that their child is a visual learner, and they are interested in the visual learning. And if the child take interest in stories, and he loves to listen stories from you, and he also uh, tells stories. This means that the child is interesting in stories, in the sounds, in the realms, and this means that the child is a auditory learner. The third one is the kinesthetic. If your child is interested in playing with you, you go with him outside and he starts playing with you, and he use toys for playing, etc. So this means that the child is the kinesthetic learner. One, as a parent, when you come to know that what type of your child learning style is, you have to meet your teacher, meet the child teachers, and you must guide them about the children. One, the teacher came to know that what type of students are there, definitely they will try to teach them in this matter, in this method. And if they are not able to teach their, because in some schools there are massive number of students in the classes, the classrooms are very massively crowded, so he will try somewhere that he must collaborate, he must integrate this teaching method to the learner learning method, and this is the way we can stop spoiling our students, our children. One day I was in some few children, and they were 3 to 4 or 5 years, and after a few minutes, in the start they were unfamiliar with me, but after a few minutes they starting questioning, what is your name, where from you, is this your car, do you drive this, where is your home, what is the color of your home, etc. So I was thinking at that time that what creative children are, what type of students are the learners we take in our education system. But in the education system and after the education system, they are not able to ask on any one questions, and they are not able to conceive any one question. So the where these issues are, how we can stop them, how we can create or develop these creative minds in our school too. The first one is that we are actually using the traditional parenting method, which I usually refer it as a inherited parenting style. And you will agree or not, but we also use the inherited teaching style too. In the inherited parenting, Definitely we have some good behaviors, but there are some negative behaviors, some negative practices which are spoiling our children. And similarly, there are some negativity, some negative points in the traditional or inherited teaching styles where our children are spoiled, and which have a very bad impact on our schooling and our parenting. So the goal of recording this video or writing all these in the book form is to stop all these bad behaviors, bad practices, this negativity, and take the better practices, better behavior from the traditional parenting and teaching style, and to incorporate this with the research, with the modern techniques, so that we may have a very good society, we may have a very positive society.